Hey, good evening to you, and welcome here to the campus of Montana Tech, Valley Bank Arena, as Montana Tech welcomes the Trojans out of Dakota State to town. The Digs battling the Trojans here on Digger Vision, and this is a battle between number 1, the Trojans out of Dakota State, and number 2, the Orediggers out of Montana Tech. Dakota State, JT, hi, how you doing? First and foremost,
I'm doing great. I'm always doing great.
Before I jump on my road and start to go, I'd better make sure you're right. Dakota State is probably one of, if not the best home team known to mankind.
They are this year.
They dominate in their gym.
They do.
We happened to go down there. The ladies made their first tournament appearance in a long time, since 2011, and they went down and played Dakota State at their place last year. They got beat that game. They got beat earlier this year. The question mark is how good is this Dakota State team on the road? Well, obviously they're on top of the conference, so they're a very good basketball team, top to bottom. But there is that kind of question mark that people are talking about with, they go on the road to Carroll. They lost to Carroll and to Rocky, both at their place. And obviously both of those are hard gyms to win in. But I'm interested to see where this is at, away from home, because, again, I truly believe that this might be the best team in the country when they're playing on their home floor. I'm excited for this ball game here tonight.
Well, it's like you and I always talk about. Own home, split on the road. And that's what they're doing. They lost 2 on the road, not a big deal. Yep. It means they won more than that on the road. Yep. But Tech is in their confines now. They play excellent here. I don't know if they've lost here this year or not. You have to let me know. So this is going to be great. The key to this game is that paint, because I really thought watching the game when they played in the Dakotas that Dakota State totally owned the block and the mid-post area. And so Tech's going to have to make some changes to stop that. Also, they've got 3 people that are very capable of shooting the 3 extremely well. And they got a great All-American in Teal. This girl's the real deal. She was All-American last year. Not unlikely to see her go for 30. She's that good, so we'll see how Coach Graham's going to guard her tonight.
Yeah, she comes in averaging 16 a game, and honestly, I felt that was a little light. Like, I looked at the numbers, and I was like, gosh, I was expecting, 22 to 24, but she's the deal. I mean, and this Dakota State team these two teams are built really similarly, because Dakota State will go real deep on the bench, and they get a lot of output from their bench as well. Their starting 5 all average in high single digits, if not into double digits, but the first 3, maybe even 4 off the bench are averaging 8 to 10 points a game. And when you have that kind of depth and that kind of consistency, you're going to be set up for a really strong year.
When you look at the strength of both men's and women's basketball in the Frontier Conference, anybody who can't go deep on the bench is not in first, second, third, or fourth place.
Yeah.
You've got to have capable players coming off the bench. You've got to give your players a spell. I remember in the day when I was coaching high school, didn't have a bench, so you played 5, maybe 6 guys. Guys be asked you to come out and go, no, rest somewhere on defense down here before the ball gets down here.
Yeah.
But that's the key. That's the key to winning the national tournament. That's the key to getting in the national tournament. You've got to have great role players coming off the bench. Both these teams do.
Yeah, they really do. And like I say, the Trojans handled Montana Tech when these two teams met the first time through, and we'll see what happens here in Butte, Montana, as Dakota State 17-2 in conference, 22-3 overall. I believe number 7 in the nation. I mean, they just continue to roll. They've been in the top 10 all season, and that is certainly where they have lived. Montana Tech is next. They're 15-4 overall, or 15-4 in conference, 19-4 overall. As you look at those teams on your screen, the top 6 there are in, period. Math says that they are in. They're still, Western finds themselves in a pretty good spot right now, as they have 2 games on Bismarck and a couple games on Valley as well, counting tonight with 3 games remaining. Western they're pretty much in.
Pretty much.
You're fighting. The fights are going to happen here. The 8 spot down through that 10 spot. There's still some kind of wiggle room down there, and we'll see what happens as the next 2 weeks get out.
Yeah, I think you can throw Dickinson and Mayville out of there. Bellevue and Valley City have a shot. Bismarck, I don't know what their rest of their schedule is. So there's a toss-up down there. If they play each other, that'll be the difference maker.
Bismarck is leading Valley City right now, 45-40. So Bismarck up by 5 at the half. And again, those two teams right there on the bubble, one inside the bubble, one outside the bubble. And those two teams playing right now at the half, Bismarck leading by 5. So we'll try and keep you updated on those scores as we go.
Perfect.
Okay. So again, thanks for joining us. Trojans taking on the Digs. We have our national anthem. So with it, we'll pause. We're back here in just a moment. Welcome back here once again as the Digs taking on the Trojans. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. Let's take a look here at these two teams across from each other on paper. If I can find it in my handy-dandy notes here, ladies and gentlemen, taking a look at our matchup as of right now. Trojans come in averaging, they're a juggernaut offensively, 80 points a game, and Montana Tech averaging 71. You see the shooting percentages are similar, points allowed pretty darn close, and that opponent field goal percentage about the same as well. So we're going to see what happens with these two offensively here tonight.
It's all about defense here tonight. Defense and offensive boards are going to be real critical in this game.
Your starting 5 here for the Trojans. You're looking at Wasman, Gunderson, Dyer, Teal, and Watkins, your starting 5. Trojans wearing their gray with the blue trim as they are out on the floor. Your Montana Tech starting 5. You're looking at Liv Wongren, Hadley Humphreys, Hallie Hauber, Avery Carlson, and Brooke Badavinik, your starting 5 for Montana Tech here tonight. 2 of those are seniors that we will be celebrating between games as well. But those are your starting 5 here for the Digs. When you look at those 5, who, in your opinion, has to have a big game here tonight for the Digs to come out with a win?
Well, Carlson's going to get a matchup that's as quick as she is, so she's got to make sure she takes care of the basketball. Badavinik, to me, is the X factor in this game, and they can't let loose of Liv Wangren. She's due for a big one.
So we'll watch our ladies get introduced here as Avery Carlson, the first out. Brooke Badavinik is out. And I'm with you. This guard tandem has played so well, especially on the defensive side. Probably need a big defensive stand here tonight for Montana Tech to get one in the win column, especially out of those 2.
Well, Coach Thatcher, game's about defense. If you play good defense, you can beat anybody, even if you're having a bad offensive night.
Liv Wongren out on the floor as well. Next out, Hauber is next. So Hauber, the sophomore, out of Billings. And last but not least is Hadley Humphreys. Hadley, the senior out of Blackfoot, Idaho. Again, she and Liv Wongren, 2 of our 3 seniors on this roster. Izzy Arvey will be seeing playing time tonight as well. She is the 3rd senior that is on the roster. And again, we look forward to this one. Again, just a quick look at your comparison here between the 2 programs. Trojans averaging 80 a game, Montana Tech 71 a game. And then after that, it's pretty darn close across the board. Both teams very good defensively. And I almost look at the Trojans in a factor as well. They seem to get up on people big enough early that they force their opponents to get into that mode of shooting threes and taking bad shots, and that really helps them in the long run with shooting percentage and points allowed.
That is an outstanding point. The bench is going to be important tonight.
So our TDS tip-off, and we are rolling. Going to the left side, out there with it. That one's going to go out of bounds, and they will say it is Trojans basketball.
Went off Humphrey's knee.
Gunderson over there pleading her case with the official. So the Trojans will inbound. That is Wasman. Bria Wasman, a junior out of Sibley, Iowa. Pass comes inside to Teal. Teal backing it up. Turns to her right hand. High off the glass and in.
Yeah, they got to dig in. That's what Dakota State did to them over there. They controlled inside the paint.
We'll see full court pressure out of the Trojans. If not all game, 7/8 of it. Underneath, Hadley Humphreys. Good ball movement, good finish.
Great mismatch, and Humphreys took advantage of it. Nice pass to Humphreys.
Shot no good, to the ground hard. As hitting the tarmac is Gunderson.
Yeah, I think Weingreen tripped her up.
Yep. Liv's going to be called with the push. And that is her first personal foul.
Don't know if I'd have called that. They just got tripped is all, not intentionally.
So back here, Trojans, pass goes out on the left side. Up top, driving into the high post. Comes to Dyer. Dyer drifting left. Now out to the wing. Trying to find somewhere to go. Into the paint it goes. Pass goes down in the deep corner to Watkins. Watkins fires and gets it. Watkins knocks it down.
Yeah, this team's very good from the perimeter.
And all of them are. You know,
Yes.
they're not a team that has one or two shooters. Montana Tech looking to answer. Longren across the baseline, draws a double team, backs it out. Three-point shot, or excuse me, jump shot just inside the arc, no good. Huge rebound, Carlson, and she's going to be fouled by Dyer. Actually, no, it's going to be a hold call, and they're going to go on Watkins, it looks like. So Watkins will pick up her first personal foul. And Avery Carlson will inbound for the Digs. Pass on the edge, knocked out of bounds. Nice job by Wasman jumping at that.
Yeah, they've got to have better and quicker movement in their out-of-bounds plays.
Both these teams just ramp up the defensive pressure so high. Avery Carlson spins back to her right hand. Carlson down the left side of the paint, bounce pass in the corner to Wongren. Wongren to the wing, now goes to the baseline. Pull-up jump shot is up and in. Good-looking shot that time by Hadley Humphreys.
Yeah, first game they took Humphreys away pretty good. They're not challenging her tonight.
Humphreys, all four of Montana Tech's points here in the opening moments. Humphreys going to be called with a reach on Teal. So Hadley will pick up her first quick one here. And the Trojans will inbound. Again, battle of first and second place. Trojans number one in the country. Number one in the conference. I want to say number 7 in the country. And Montana Tech, second in the Frontier Conference. Driving into the high post, Wasman. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. Good defensive pressure, goes in the corner to Teal. Teal dribbles up toward the top of the horn. Badavinik all over her. She hands it off. Good break to the basket, and that one rolls in for Hansen.
Nice strong drive.
Actually, not Hansen there. It was Watkins. My apologies. Longren picks up her dribble, needs help. She'll lob it down into the forecourts. As Carlson with it. Avery Carlson moving right, back to her left. Carlson. Humphreys down on the block. Good pass out to Longren. Back inside to Haber. Haber, scoop shot is blocked.
Should have kicked it to the corner.
Trojans by 3. Teal spins in the paint. Bounce pass across, and that one's blasted. And it wasn't the hand on the ball. It was the hand on the hip that got the call.
And it was.
Yep.
I thought they might give her the block. Referees aren't really fair all the time.
I mean, if you were looking at the one hand, it was a heck of a block.
Yeah, I saw the hand on the hip there.
And that hand was there before the block hand certainly was as well. So Gunderson will go to the line.
Gunderson will go to the foul line, 75% from the free throw line. That one rims out. Trojans leading 8-4. Montana Tech quickly down the floor. Badavinik to the baseline, picks up her dribble, comes out to Carlson, bobbles it for a moment. Avery Carlson drives. Badavinik pulls up from 8. No.
She floated into that shot.
Trojans, Teal in the high post. Hands it off. Good drive down the left side. Put on the brakes. Her shot just won't go. Got exactly what they wanted that time, and Christensen just couldn't roll it in.
Nice transition break by Tech.
Diggs trimmed the point to 2. Trojans from a deep 3. That one no good. Haber blocking out, gets the rebound. Haber to Carlson. Carlson across midcourt. Left side Batto. Now it goes inside to Humphreys. One-on-one with Teal. Puts it up. Shot just too much on it. Tipped out. Trojans grab the rebound. Trojans leading 8-6. Coast to coast. Right-handed. That one rolls in for Wasman.
Yeah, Tech weren't very alert there. Got to get some help.
Trojans leading 10-6. Badavinik driving around a screen, stops at the elbow, backs it out. Hadley Humphreys had a good first quarter thus far. Pass up top, Longren, good ball fake. Steps in, jump shot is money.
Yeah, she's got to have a big game here tonight.
Liv Longren gets her first basket. The Diggs within 2. Wasman driving to the elbow. Up top to Teal. Teal, loose double team, out to Wasman. Long range 3, no good. Big offensive rebound across the baseline. Nice pass. Good finish. Pass went from Carstensen to Dyer, and Dyer will get the points. Tech, nice pass. Haber.
Yep, got her.
Points and the foul. Haber's going to go to the line.
Yeah, that's twice now that Dakota State's got caught up in transition. Good job by the 2 post players of playing together down there.
Trojans leading 12-10, 5:05 left to play here in the opening quarter. Thanks for joining us as we make our way through a Saturday night doubleheader. Remember, of course, the conference tournament is here in the Mining City at the end of the month in 2 weeks' time. And at the line, Haber a 3-point play. Checking in, Haber will go out. Konen will come in. Konen, of course, monster game last night. Van Blaricom is in. Also, Olivia Nielsen and Neibauer is on the floor. Lob pass down to the block. Nice take with the left hand. And a nice finish.
Nice back cut.
Mackenzie Simmons, sophomore guard, wing player that averages about 8 a game. Pass tipped, Diggs into the offensive side. Longren across to Konen. Konen baseline jumper, no good. Rebound Trojans. Quickly in transition. Watkins drops it back. 3-point shot is short. Longren with a rebound. Boy, Watkins hit the ground hard. Longren around a screen. Passes left. Konen. Now down to Neibauer, and she's going to be fouled. Dyer picks up the personal.
They're calling the little things, and that certainly didn't happen in the men's game last night.
No.
That was a battle.
14-11, the Trojans up over the Diggs. Frontier Conference action here on a Saturday. We have a timeout, so we'll take one. We're back here in just a minute. Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Trojans leading the Digs 14-11. Both teams shooting the ball real well here to get started. Trojans 55% from the floor. Montana Tech 50% from the floor. Trojans 6 of 11. The Digs 5 of 10. Rebound margins real tight here to start, but I love the intensity, and it has to pale in comparison to how much you love how aggressive both teams are defensively.
And they are extremely aggressive. One of the things that surprised me is Humphrey's been doing a great job on Teal. And they sat Teal down in the replacement of the players, and I would have left her in the game. I don't know if anybody else is strong enough to guard her. Humphreys is.
Olivia Nielsen brings it in. Handoff will go to Neibauer. Neibauer, top of the horn, throws it out to the wing. Well defended. Wongren spins to her right. Wongren in help, hands it off to Conan. Conan steps through. Floater is blocked. Taken out. Conan gets out of bounds, and that will be Trojan basketball. Nice job by the big that time in Chapel. Junior out of Bloomington, Minnesota, listed at 6'2". She got up and swatted that one out. Trojans lead by 3. We'll see how much gas is in the tank after both teams played last night. Trojans had a big win down to Western, 20-point-plus win. Pull-up jumper in traffic, no good. Big rebound, Humphreys. Humphreys is after it here tonight. Wongren spins, moves it across. Good ball movement. Van Blaricom. That one partially tips. Block shot, Trojans the other way.
Both teams pushing the ball real hard.
Trojans around a screen, drifting out to the right side is Hansen. Hansen up top to Chapel. Back to Hansen. Little stutter step. 3-point shot deep is up, no good. And Nielsen will grab the rebound. Dakota State, 1 of 5 from the 3-point line thus far. Driving into the high posts. Humphreys across to Wongren. Wongren wraparound pass. Humphreys attacks and gets it.
Nice look by Wongren. Nice pass.
Trojans by 1. Far right side, Dyer up top. 3-point shot is on the way, no good. And Montana Tech the other way. Van Blaricom looking to bring it down the floor. Van Blaricom dribbles into the zone, picks up the dribble. Trying to get a little separation. Bounce pass near side, Nielsen. Now to Neibauer. She's going to square up and fire. No good. Slotted down. Trojans the other way. 2:25 left to play here in the first. Great take from the left side. That one won't go. Nielsen wrestles it out. And a jump ball will go to the Digs. The attack has been in the red since the opening.
That's perfect.
This is outstanding. Carlson is back in for the Digs. Haber is back in as well, and Badavinik.
You know, if you got the players, this is the only way to play the game. Push the ball. Got Gazelle's run.
This team's very similar in that respect, and honestly, very similar when you look at it in game plan as well. Trojans probably press a little bit more than Tech. Haber, get it down on the inside. Humphreys. Leading scorer right now with 8. Ball gets stripped out, and that's going to be Trojans' ball. Great hustle that time defensively by Teal.
Yeah, that was a communication mistake. You got to tell people you're open on the floor, and nobody said anything. I could hear it up here if they did. They did not say anything.
2 minutes left to play here in the first. Pass goes out on the wide left side, Wasmond now to Teal. Teal drives into the lane. Out on the left side it goes. Wasmond around the screen. Back out to Teal. Teal drives. Shot blocked by Conan. She had 8 blocked shots last night, and she gets her first here with 1:41 left to play in the first.
She is growing up as a player.
Boy, big time. The inbound left side. Comes out to the wing. Hines to Wasmond. Wasmond fires and gets it. That's a big-time shot by Bria Wasmond.
Yeah, they aren't shooting the 3 well, but that's what they're made of. That's their chemistry.
Wasmond, 5 points. Trojans lead by 4. Badavinik, ball wrestled away from her momentarily. Around the screen, Bado pulls up from 8. That one goes long. Big rebound, Conan. Jump shot. Hauber won't fall. Nice hustle inside, out of bounds. They'll say out of bounds off of the Diggs.
Both teams really getting after it on the boards.
Hadley Humphreys fought her way in there. Tremendous defensive rebound by Conan. And again, I come back to the idea of how hard both these teams are playing right now. It'll be interesting to see how deep into the fourth, or if they can get it to the end with the level this high.
Well, the bench is going to be a real important play in this game.
1:03 left to play in the first. Trojans by 4. Trojans up top, ball fake by Teal. She is a true 25-foot threat. 3-point shot up and down for Karstensen. 7-point lead for the Trojans, their biggest of the night. Batavinik, Carlson, Avery Carlson.
Got a mismatch on the block.
And she'll be called with the travel.
Tripped a little bit.
Went down to the knee, and the turnover will go to the Trojans. Only the second turnover here of this ball game. Trojans down the floor. 35 seconds left to play in the first. Trojans leading 20-13. Into the offensive side, Wasmond. Wasmond. About a 8-second differential between the game and the shot clock. Wasmond goes in action to the right side. Down in the corner, now in the block to Teal. Teal spins to her left, gets it up with the left hand and puts it in.
Yeah, you can't play behind her. She's going to score down there.
That is a nice take. Batavinik all the way down the floor. Her floater won't go. Rebound tipped around. Trojans come out with it. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We have 10 minutes in the books. The Trojans up 22-13. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in just a few.
Nucor is a great company. They care about their people. They care about the environment.
I've never been restricted to fall in a box. I've never been told that I can't do something.
I saw it as a great opportunity to develop a career.
You create your own destiny at Nucor.
We're building something bigger out here at Nucor. Come join us.
Back here, 10 minutes in the books, ladies and gentlemen. The Trojans up over the Digs, 22-13. As you see on your screen, Digger auction coming up April 18th. Mark your calendar. Tickets will go on sale shortly. Of course, the auction, our biggest fundraiser of the year for athletics. And just one of the better nights you're going to have. It's just, JT and I and 800 of our closest friends. And, of course, mark that on your calendar. Auction will be here before we know it.
It is fun.
Give us your take on the first 10 minutes, brother.
Well, I think both teams are doing it. They're both pushing the ball extremely well. What I think Dakota State is doing better than Montana Tech is if they don't get out of their break what they want, they're getting right back into their offense and running it a lot more efficient than Montana Tech is there. So Montana Tech, if you don't have something, get it back out, run your stuff, get the ball to the players that are difference makers for you.
Wasmond inbounds as the Trojans shot 47% in that first quarter. They're led by Wasmond and Watkins, each with 5. Going left with it is Watkins. She'll hand it off. Driving into the paint, continually moving right out to Wasmond. Wasmond into the lane. Shot stripped away. Great job, Van Blaricom. Van Blaricom gets the steal. Nielsen will go the other way. Van Blaricom, little stutter step. All the way down to the baseline. Leaves it off for Hauber. Hauber now to Wongren. Wongren in the high post. Pass goes behind her intended target.
Yeah, they're in too big a hurry to dribble. Hit that point guard and get it reversed right away. The defense is moving quickly. Get them out of position. Unfortunately, the dribble allows the defender to move 6 to 12 feet with one dribble.
Trojans, Watkins, driving. Boy, nice take to the basket. Wasmond just has a burst of speed on that first step. Wasmond rolls it in. She has 7 points. An 11-point lead. Pass comes back, Nielsen. Olivia Nielsen rolls it into Hauber. Hauber, loose double team. Shot goes over the iron, no good.
Gotta have those.
Yep, Montana Tech has missed some bunnies here. That one poke checked away, but kept alive by the Trojans. Teal in the high posts. Comes back near side, Watkins. Watkins now to Teal. Teal with the right hand takes it up, no good. Rebound, Neibauer. Neibauer across the timeline. Down the corner, Wongren. Neibauer again. Tech. They'll set up a high screen. Now they'll back out of it. Wongren, nice pass into Nielsen. Nielsen takes it to the rack and gets it.
Take the air out of the ball. Too much dribbling.
Olivia Nielsen, her first field goal. 3-point shot the other way, no good. Wongren with a rebound. Boy, Caitlin Dyer, the junior, did not even hesitate. She just turned and fired that one. Van Blaricom down to Haber. Good ball movement into Nielsen. Good spin. Nielsen back-to-back baskets.
Well, they're finding a weakness under that bucket. They've got to continue to exploit that.
Pass comes up top. 3-point shot is on its way, and good. My goodness, Tabor Teal. As I said earlier, she is a threat from 25 feet in, and that shows why.
Yes, she is.
Out to the wing, Wongren. Now gets it to Nielsen. Nielsen was the deep threat last night, and right now she's the threat down in the block. They tried to get it to her again. It's tipped out by Teal. Trojans by 10. Turnover. Tech the other way. Neibauer gets bumped around. They'll lob it into Haber. Haber, one dribble, double teamed, out to the wing, whistle and a foul.
Yeah, if you're paying attention to the game, too much one dribble stuff. Haber had a little jumper there from about 8 feet. You got to take that. Also, the other thing I'm watching in Tech's offense, they're making a pass and either taking a dribble or holding the ball too long instead of boom, boom, get it reversed and make things happen down on that block.
Boy, both teams going to the line change here. For Montana Tech, Avery Carlson is out, Hadley Humphreys, Rachel Van Blaricom, Conan, and Badavinik on the floor. Diggs inbound to Conan. Conan out on the edge, Batto in the corner. Carlson, 3-point shot, short. Conan tracks down another rebound. Batto driving, big collision. No whistle, and back the other way come the Trojans. Far left side with it, driving into the lane. Pass comes up top. Dyer hands it off on the edge. Weave through the high posts. Comes out on the edge to Hansen. Hansen hands it off, Karstensen. Karstensen, ball poke checked away momentarily. Now down in the block it goes, Chappell. Chappell, scoop shot, no good.
Got a break there.
Badavinik grabs the rebound, Tech the other way. Badavinik, far right wing, lobs it underneath. Fighting, turning, shot goes up. Big time shot by Hadley Humphreys. She has 10, she's 5 of 7 from the floor. Trojans by 8. Chappell, backdoor cut, too far in front of her intended target. And the turnover will go the other way as Caitlin Dyer unable to get to that pass.
Yeah, she had the back door, just led her too far.
Montana Tech, bounce pass comes in. Through the pressure, Carlson, she's going to pull up from 6, comes up just short. Trojans the other way. Fast pace, back and forth. Little tennis match here at times, it feels like. Chappell, head fake there. Karsten. Baseline, up and in as Karstensen will roll it in. She has 5 points on the night.
No rotation, backside defense. You needed help.
10-point lead for the Trojans. Into the offensive side. Humphreys, double team, lost the handle, turns with the right hand, too hard. Well, we haven't heard a whistle for a long time. Karstensen,
there's one.
Double dribble.
And it was.
5:26 left to play here in this first half. Trojans by 10.
Yeah, Tech's got to be a little more patient. They're pushing too hard. They've got to get the ball reversed without take some air out of the basketball, just get it moved around the horn, look inside. Their post is open all night long. They're playing behind Hadley Humphreys, and that's what Humphreys wants.
Humphreys spins to her right hand, stops in the high post. Nowhere to go, turns and fires. No, rolls out. Defensive rebound, Karstensen the other way. Across the timeline, she'll put on the brakes, hand it off to Wasman. Wasman's had a very good first half thus far. Pass is tipped and taken away. Diggs in transition. Wongren down the floor. Wongren to the glass. Won't go. Offensive rebound, Haber. She'll track it down. Lobs it across to Wongren. Wongren with the left hand. Hauber, jump shot, no. Boy, Montana Tech has missed some wide open jump shots in the key. Trojans by 10. They're shooting 46%. Montana Tech now at 33%. Trojans up top, driving Gunderson. Out to the edge. Three-point shot is up and out. Tech rebounds. Karstensen had what she wanted, the sophomore out of Wisconsin. Hauber around to Wongren. Now down to Hauber. Drives it underneath. Humphreys running the lane, gets the pass and the points.
Great pass by Hauber.
Sorry. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Trojans by 8. Underneath, Karstensen shot no good. Hauber wrestles it away. Humphreys, the track meet continues. Humphreys to Wongren. Steps, fires. Wongren puts it in. Liv has 4 points. 6-point advantage for the Trojans. They've led by as much as 11, and they have led the entire first half. That one goes out of bounds. Nice poke check by Neibauer. Look at some of they're gassed.
Yep.
I mean, this pace of this right now is crazy.
It is crazy and tired. Come the fourth quarter, it's going to be an interesting factor.
Trojans by 6. 29-23. We have a timeout, so we'll take one. We're back here in just a moment. Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech as the Digs hosting the Trojans. You see on your screen, Frontier Conference Tournament coming up at the Butte Civic Center, February 27th through March 2nd. And certainly looking forward to that bad boy at the Civic Center as we're finally back in the mining city. Do you remember, if I had to put a pin on what years the Frontier Tournament was in Butte, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't either. That's been a long time
I want to say
ago.
maybe like 05, 06, somewhere in that vicinity.
That seems to me, it seemed like the 90s. You were probably right.
I don't know. But we're back to the Butte Civic Center, and honestly, the first 3 days will all be seen here on Digger Vision, free of charge. Scoop shot wrap won't go. Cross the baseline, dribbling out. Nice feed to Teal, and a travel call.
Yeah, if you wouldn't travel, it was 3 seconds.
Great defensive pressure on the inside. Trojans by 6. Full court pressure applied. Avery Carlson in the backcourts. Staying in man as of right now. Looks like possibly trap coming. Nope. They'll stick in man. Carlson, bounce pass. Van Blaricom into the high post. Conan. Conan feeds it inside. Olivia Nielsen, and she's going to be fouled.
That's where their game is today, right down there on that block. They get to the free throw line pretty much anytime they want to get a layup out of it.
3:07 left to play here in this first half. Olivia Nielsen at the stripe.
They were very patient that time, and once they broke the press and setting that up.
Nielsen. To say I'm a fan of Nielsen is an incredible understatement. Olivia Nielsen, the junior. Second one, no good. I keep bringing it up. She blew her knee like the second she got on campus last year. First practice, like 5 minutes in, worked her tail off and has just been outstanding this year. Floater is high off the glass and in for Watkins. Conan, coast to coast, puts on the brakes, trying to back it up. Instead, turns and fires, no good. Tipped out, she gets her own rebound. I'm going to go ahead and ask a real silly question. Is Conan on your all-tough team?
I know what you're going to ask. She is on my all-tough team.
Oh, man, she's going to have a fun career here at Montana Tech.
She is definitely on my tough team.
True freshman out of Dillon. Pass into the high post. Turn. Olivia Nielsen, ladies and gentlemen, knocks that one down. Trojans by 7 still. Teal. Trojans shooting 44%. Tech now up to 39%. Teal into the paint. Double team comes through. Carlson wrestles it away. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
That was a scrum if there ever was one.
No
Both
joke.
teams hustling. This is great hustle. Both teams going all out.
Yeah, this is, you can tell that these two teams are coached very similarly, because if you're not going diving after that loose ball, you're not on the floor. Like, you're not going to play.
You shouldn't. That's popcorn time. Come over and have a bag of popcorn.
Love it. 31-26. Dakota State with it. Wasman dribbles out to the right wing. Wasman, pass to Teal. Teal back to Wasman. Wasman with 7 points so far here in the first half. And that's going to be an offensive. Teal with the...
Definite correct call.
So Teal will pick up her second. Actually, no, it's not Teal. It's going to go on Watkins. So Watkins picks up. No, now we do change it. Teal gets her first.
Yeah, that was on Teal.
I did. That threw me off. I'm
She
like,
was
wait
the
a
only one
second.
down there setting the screen.
2 minutes left to play here in the first half. They get it changed on the big board. Into the offensive side. Hobber, the left elbow. Hobber's going to attack. Pulls up, fouled. Teal picks up her second personal. Great decision by Hobber.
Yep, absolutely. Head fake, get her up. Everybody's a shot blocker. If you're 5'2" guard or 6'11" post player, you're a shot blocker.
1:50 left to play here in the first half. Hobber at the line. So Hobber will shoot some free throws here. 57% free throw shooter on the year. And she gets her first down. She averages 11 a game. She's just been steady this year, you know.
Solid player.
You look at her last year as a freshman. There was some growing pains there, but my goodness, she had a good freshman campaign. And she is a very integral part of this team as a sophomore.
She is the toughest matchup on this team.
Agreed. 3-point lead. Nice take through the paint. Comes out on the right side. Carstensen, that one thrown away.
Great defense. Great defense by Hobber.
Turnover number 7 on the day for the Trojans. They lead by 3. Montana Tech will look to inbound. Nybauer. Nibes gets it across. Humphreys down the floor to Carlson. Back to Humphreys, left side. Nybauer attacks as she does. That one rattles out, and a 90-foot foul.
Yeah, she went over the top. She doesn't like the call, but she did. She got her.
1:23 left to play here in the second.
If you're betting with Jimmy the Greek, every time Nybauer gets the ball, it's going to the floor and she's going to the basket. No questions asked.
I think we're aging ourselves talking about Jimmy the Greek.
Well,
because he passed away in like 87 or something, didn't he? Through the lane, left-handed, won't go. Now both teams have missed some bunnies here in this first half. Avery Carlson down on the block, rifles it in. Humphrey spins, fights, puts it up, no good. Loose on the ground, and coming out of the pile with it is Wasman. I like her as a guard. Wasman drops it back. Simmons wants the baseline. Humphreys takes it away, but steps out of bounds. I'll tell you, this is
tell you
intense.
girls are mean. Do you know how tough these girls are playing right now? This is great to see.
Boy, both teams know exactly what this game means.
Send a message.
That's it. This is fantastic. Bounce pass, top of Wasman. She'll go back out on her left side to Hines. Hines. Pass back, now down in the block it goes. Left-handed, won't fall. Chappell had an opening. Nybauer down to Humphreys. Humphreys gets it.
I love it when the bigs run the floor. You want to lead this team in scoring? Get down to that key area.
Adley Humphreys, 14 points in the first half. Tech within 1.
Nice run by Montana Tech.
They were down by 11 at 1 point, and they have just gotten after it here. Oh, Nybauer is going to pick up a foul out deep.
He's
Only
got
team foul 3.
He's got another one to give.
Shot clock off. Let's just go ahead and have these two play until everybody decides to go home.
Okay.
This is just outstanding. Wasman gets the inbound. 10 seconds. Wasman, step back, up top, Chappell. She wants it from the top of the key, no good. floats into the corner, and that's going to be Montana Tech ball with 4.5 left.
Yeah, not the shot I'd have wanted, not the person I'd have wanted it from, but they took it, so got 4.4.
Nielsen will inbound here, or excuse me, will check in, as does Humphreys. Conan will go out. Longren, Neibauer, Nielsen, Badavinik. And the pass comes all the way down here. Top of the horn, Humphreys, double dribble. Official at the back line makes the call, correct call. Trojans by 1. 1.9 seconds.
Just get it in, get the locker room, hash it over.
What a first half. 31-30. Trojans by 1 at half court. Wasmond. My goodness, if that had been in about another 2 minutes, she almost won herself $2,000.
Yeah, and the coach is looking for a foul on that shot. I don't think that was a foul, but when you're desperate to win, you've got to question those guys in the stripes.
Trojans lead by 1, 31-30. A fantastic first half here. Frontier Conference action from Valley Bank Arena. We're here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. We'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with numbers and more in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Matt Steppen, Athletic Director at Montana Tech, and I want to welcome all members of the Orediggers family, past, present, and future, to the brand new Montana Tech Hyper Complex. We're excited to announce a modernization project that will enhance the experience on campus for all students, faculty, staff, and the entire Orediggers community. With a state-of-the-art hyper facility, our Montana Tech students and athletic programs will experience an athletics facility like no other in the NAIA. Excited to present to you the future of Montana Tech athletics.
Hey, we're back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech, Valley Bank Arena, and we're about to see our Valley Bank shot. This individual will shoot for $2,000 if he makes a bank shot. If it goes off the glass and in, it's $2,000. If he sinks it from half court with nothing but net, he wins himself $500. Okay.
Okay, I'm all for this guy.
What are you thinking?
I just want to see somebody make one of these.
I know. You were kind of close yesterday.
He should get it there. He's a pretty husky guy.
All right. So our Valley Bank shot, $2,000 if he gets it off the glass. And it looks like we're ready to roll. All right. On its way, off the glass, and that one goes wide left.
He got it there.
Yeah, he had, that was a good look.
Just
all right.
Pulled the ball to the left a little bit.
So our celeb shot is Coach Anderson, defensive coach, secondary coach, exceptional gentleman for the Montana Tech football team. Coach Anderson.
Let's see if he's an athlete, if he's ever played basketball. I'll let you know by his release.
If he hits it, the young man wins the money anyway. So Coach Anderson, Kalen Anderson. All right. He's ready to roll. All right. What do you think? Is Coach Anderson going to hit it?
He's going to get iron.
All right, Coach. Midcourt. Oh, he hits iron, as you said.
He's going to get iron. That was a heck of a shot.
That was a good shot. Nice job, Coach. Coach Anderson, defensive back coach for the Montana Tech Orediggers, coming off that incredible year this year. And what a first half, JT. The 1-point lead for the Trojans. Your take on the first 20 minutes?
I thought it was a great half, and I love the pressure each team's putting on each other. I love the way they're moving the ball up and down the floor. What I don't love as a coach is they're not consistently taking care of the basketball. They're making too many mental mistakes that are costing each team. Dakota State has missed some bunnies down here they should have picked up. That's part of the game. But Montana Tech's got to not panic against that press. When they break that press and settle down and move the ball and get it inside is their game today. They can own the inside, and they've got to get it there and play with authority. They got 3 very capable people that can score on that block. So both teams have to do a better job the second half of taking care of the basketball. And I don't just mean turnovers. I mean errant passes or a bad pass that kind of stops your offense, makes you start over. All those things look a little rough right now.
Agreed. You can tell that the teams feel the intensity of what this match or what this matchup means.
Oh, no question about it. They know what it means. They want to send a message to the other team. You got to come and play us in the tournament.
Yep.
We want to make you think you can't beat us.
You know, you talk about the pressure on both sides. The one thing that really stands out for me for Montana Tech is they adjusted to the pressure, and it feels like it's, you know, they've certainly handled it at times this year, but it feels like when it has been ratcheted up hard, Tech has had trouble with that kind of pressure, and you certainly did see it the first time they played at Dakota State's place. Montana Tech has adjusted and is comfortable getting the ball into the offensive zone, and that feels like that was kind of the tale of cutting that lead from 11 down to 1 here toward the end of the second.
You're right on the money. I might get you on my coaching staff.
Man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We think alike for the first time ever. But it is about taking care of the ball. One of the things I'd like to see on their press breaker is they're getting the ball to the point guard. Tech is. But they're breaking a post player to the middle, and I don't like post players attacking the basket from 40 feet out. I'd rather see a little guard come in there and then go. So that's a change I would probably duplicate or make during my halftime strategy.
Well, let's take a look at numbers, then we'll talk about what teams are possibly talking about. We'll start it off for Dakota State. The Trojans right now, 3 ladies with 7 points apiece. Wasman, Teal, and Watkins each have 7. Wasman and Watkins got theirs real early. Teal has just continued to battle. She has 2 fouls, which brought her off the floor for a little while there for the Trojans. Also in the scorecard, Carstensen has 5 points on the night. Gunderson with 3, and Simmons with 2 points for Dakota State. They shot 38% in the first half from the floor, 31% from the three-point line, and 1 of 2 from the foul line in that first half. Dakota State's 21 total rebounds, which was 1 less than Montana Tech in that first 20 minutes. They had 4 offensive rebounds, 17 defensive. The big number there, though, they had 4 offensive rebounds, and they have put them all back. They have 8 second chance points. So a perfect 100% on those offensive rebounds.
That's a big number.
On the other side for Montana Tech, they shot 38% from the floor and didn't hit a three-pointer, but they only attempted 3 in that first half. Did the Orediggers. They're led right now by Hadley Humphrey. She has 14 points. She's 7 of 12 from the floor. She has 3 rebounds as well, and just a really aggressive, tough first half for Hadley Humphreys.
If my team's coming out of there and I have her on my team, she may not shoot it, but she's going to have the ball every time down the floor in the block area.
Olivia Nielsen, speaking of in the block, is having herself a night in the block. She has 7 points, picked up 2 baskets right underneath the basket early, then got to the foul line as well. Olivia Nielsen, 7 points, playing awfully well here. Haley Hauber with 5 points. Liv Longren with 4 for the Orediggers, as they have 30 points on the books right now. They're 4 of 5 from the foul line, and they have 22 total rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 4 second chance points. Turnover-wise, Dakota State has 7 total turnovers. They were able to kind of reel that back in a little bit because they had 7 real early in the second quarter. Montana Tech was 6 turnovers through the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and turnovers is not the issue. It's the disruption of your offenses, and in too big a hurry. When you break, you've got to have the propensity to get the ball back out to your point guard and reset your offense and get into it, and then go to your strengths, whatever they may be. In the case of Montana Tech, it happens to be down on the block. I think Hadley Humphreys could get herself a ton of points in that. They're playing behind her. That's right up her alley. And we go to the other side. The post player from Dakota State is not getting many touches down on the block. Teal's getting a few, but the big girl is not. And I think they've got to take a look at entering the ball there.
I'm going to get you some scores, and then we will prepare for the second half. A game that is done, Bismarck State. So Bismarck State currently sitting at that 8 spot. They beat Valley City 85-79. So Bismarck goes to 7-12. Valley City falls to 6-14. That's a big win for Bismarck at home to try and get them to the tournament here in the Mining City in a couple of weeks. Other scores from the Frontier Conference. Hold on, let me weed through all of the Cascade games here right now. Western leading Bellevue 37-31. That one's at the half. Pretty tight ball game down to Dillon, honestly. Let's see. Dickinson State at home hosting Mayville. Dickinson leads 40-32. That third quarter almost done, so Dickinson up by 8 there. Northern leading Carroll in Helena at the half, 35-31. And what else do we have here? Looks like Rocky all over Providence, 53-35 in Billings. And that one is at the half. Rocky put up 53 points in the first half.
Well, Rocky has the potential to do that.
That they do.
They've got some great players.
That they do.
They're a hot and cold team. One game they just ignite, and then they have a bad night.
So we have a 1-point game here as we get ready for the third. The Trojans leading 31-30 as we are at the half. Frontier action here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Your second half is coming up in just a moment.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most. Community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Hey, welcome back here once again as we are at the half. Montana Tech trailing the Trojans of Dakota State 31-30. A Frontier Conference matchup at the top of the pile. Of course, Dakota State comes in the number 1 team in the Frontier Conference. Montana Tech number 2 in the conference as it stands right now with 3 games remaining, counting this game tonight as the Digs doing senior day today. They will go on the road next weekend. They'll head north as they'll head to Great Falls and then all the way up to the land of sunshine and flowers. Lovely and scenic Harv will be
the resting place next Saturday.
Our favorite place.
That's the deal. JT, as we get ready here for the second half, let's start with Dakota State. So what did they talk about in the locker room? What are they looking to do different or try and establish in this second half?
Well, I have a couple things going on in my mind. Number one, both teams got to slow down a little bit, get back out and run their stuff. Number two is rest. I think you press basically for two reasons, to get a steal or to control tempo. That's basically why you press. And that's a lot of wear and tear on your players when you're going 188 feet the whole game long. I'm not so sure that they shouldn't take this press off and get into that fourth quarter, because they've just taken a long trip and they played last night. And they showed signs of tiring there in the second quarter, as you and I both noted. I also think that they have to Montana Tech's got to continue to go down on the block and put pressure on this Dakota State team. And Dakota State, they, towards the end of the second quarter, you could see that they were tiring. They were making little mistakes. They've got to redesign their mental outlook on the game and run their stuff like they're capable of.
Trojans by 1 as we go into the second half. Not much in the way of foul trouble. We have multiple players with 2, so a third could be detrimental quickly. For Dakota State, Teal has 2, Watkins has 2 very important players on that side of the coin. Again, only 2 right now, but if you pick up a third, it certainly changes how this third quarter goes. On the other side, Montana Tech, Wongren has 2, and Nybauer each with 2 for the Digs.
Yeah, well, Nybauer comes off the bench, so that's not an issue. Wongren is, because she's very effective with the ball. She takes care of the ball, and she's a threat.
So the Digs will start with the ball here to get this second half underway. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Frontier Conference battle here. Carlson, switch dribble, drives to the elbow, hands it off to Batavinik. Inside it goes. Hauber turns, fires, rims out. Humphreys attacking that rebound, and here come the Trojans the other way quickly. Pass is tipped out of bounds. Carlson. There's that defense we talk about.
That took care of everything right there.
Boy, Carlson and Batavinik are just so quick to the edge. They get into passing lanes so quickly.
Well, I love the matchup between both these point guards.
Yep.
They're both quick.
Wasmond and an offensive.
On Teal.
Teal's going to get her third.
That's a big one.
Let's see here. Teal has her third.
That's her second block. So you either trust her now as a coach that she's not going to commit number 4, which it looks like he's going to do. She's got to be cautious of how she's setting screens, because that's a second screening block that she's had. He's leaving her in.
Yep.
Brave move by a coach, because she's an All-American. She's the real deal.
And I would assume if you're wearing the shoes on the other side, you're going right at her.
Yeah, absolutely, we're going at her.
Avery Carlson. Humphreys, good ball movement to Hauber in the high post, out to the wing. Wongren. Into Hauber again. Hauber fights her way to the rack, high off the glass and in.
There's that post play again, and that's where Tech has been really good.
Hauber, 7 points on the night. The Digs grab their first lead of the night, 32-31. Nice take by Wasman. Shot blocked by Hauber.
Yeah, those little guards struggle when they get down there. She should have jump stopped and just shot it over the top, but she continued on.
Rare emotion out of Hauber as she actually cracks a smile. The inbound, Dyer hands it off to Watkins. Watkins dribbles back out. Watkins on the right wing.
Good, solid help on defense.
Gunderson through the key, out to the edge. 3-point shot, no good. Tipped out and fighting for it loose. Trojans have it. Left elbow, they'll move it around to Watkins. Watkins from downtown, that one goes long. And again, the Trojans grab the glass, and it's thrown off the leg of Hauber and out of play.
That's two offensive boards by that little guard, because she's so quick. Game's about 2 things, size and quickness. And if you've got both, you've got a basketball team.
8:36 left to play here in the third. The Digs by 1. The pace of this is just incredible.
Hasn't slowed down a bit. I thought it might, but it hasn't.
And to watch how both teams attack loose balls, rebounds, all of it is just awesome. To the wing, great head fake. In the corner it goes. Step through, Gunderson. Gunderson spins, shot is up and in. That's a nice take by Brooke Gunderson.
They left her all alone. That's a defensive mistake. Nice play by Gunderson.
Senior out of Buffalo, Minnesota. Gunderson, 5 points. And it goes to Haber again. Haber fights in with the right hand and gets it. Haber.
And they're going at Teal.
That's what I was just going to say, the same thing. They've gone at her the last 2 rounds. Out to the edge, 3-point shot is money for Wasman.
Nice shot.
Wasman 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. Dakota State is 5 of 16 from downtown. Wongren to Badavinik, knocked out of bounds. Good hustle that time by Dyer.
Dangerous pass.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested how the fourth quarter is going to play on Dakota State because they've been relentless on this pressure.
2-point lead for the Trojans. Montana Tech had a 1-point advantage there for 1 minute and 12 seconds is all the Digs have led. They were down by 11, were able to reel them in and grab a lead. Pass left side, Carlson down in the corner. Van Blaricom will fire the 3, no good. Humphreys with the offensive glass. Humphreys back up, no. Gets her own rebound. Hadley Humphreys, left-handed, no, won't fall. And down inside, we're going to get whistles aplenty as Chapel grabbed it.
That's a heck of a rebound. But everybody was hanging on her arm, and she was holding them in the air.
This is fantastic. Personal foul. Hadley Humphreys gets her second.
Both teams is great guards, good inside play. This is just exciting basketball.
Wasman drifting right. Picks up her dribble.
She's in trouble. She's got no help.
Wasman, that one's knocked out. Good hustle by Humphreys. Chapel's got the height advantage over Humphreys, but Humphreys much faster on her feet and her hands.
Yeah, a lot quicker, yeah, no question.
3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Trojans lead by 2. And Watkins looking to bring it in. Sierra Watkins started strong, and boy, we haven't really called her name much here for a few. Chapel for 3, no good. Defensive rebound, Conan the other way. Conan, again, coming off an 8-block night last night. Wongren pulls up, gets it.
Yeah,
that's money.
She's the best with that jump stop. And if you play up on her, she's got a great crossover.
Wongren, 6 points. Tied at 36. Driving into the lane, spin move, backs it out. Wasman puts on the brakes, kicks it out to the wing. 3-point shot on the way, no good. And Liv Wongren grabs the rebound.
I don't like Dakota State's last 2 choices of their shots.
Van Blaricom drops it off to Conan. Conan with the left hand attacks, gets it. What a take by Conan. 6:15 left here in the third. Diggs by 2. Chapel passes up the 3 this time, moves it out on the right wing. Hines picks up her dribble, goes out wide left to Watkins. Big collision. It goes out of bounds. Tech ball. Great defense, Nybauer.
No question.
4 minutes gone here in the third.
Starting to see a little more. He's using his bench a lot more. I can see a little more wear and tear. Once again, take the pressure off for a minute. Give you good, solid players a rest.
Montana Tech, Liv Wongren, looking to bring her down. And they get it across to Nybauer. Nybauer, trap coming, able to get it to Humphreys. Nice job getting through it. Pass into the corner. Nielsen, nice job making sure she's in bounds. Hadley Humphreys steps through, attacks. Hadley Humphreys, and again, they're going right at Teal when she's on the floor.
Why wouldn't you?
Yep. Down the other way, Trojans on the right wing. Nice take through the lane. Won't fall as Dyer can't get it to go. Boy, we continually talk about speed and quickness. Anytime that Dyer goes to the basket, I think it shocks me how fast she is off that first step.
She's quick.
Caitlin Dyer, a redshirt junior guard out of South Australia. I don't think I've been there. You?
No, I've never been to Australia. I'd like to go fishing there.
Conan now up top to Humphreys. Humphreys, pass is tipped, loose on the ground. Nice hustle by Nielsen. Liv Wongren, shot clock at 4. Humphreys forced to fire. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Good communication. The other way we go. Up top, Teal has it. Teal hands it off to Watkins. Watkins puts on the brakes, back out to Teal. Nielsen now will take her up defensively. Pass goes out to the right wing. Trojans here in this third quarter, 2 of 8 from the floor. Long range three is up and in. Teal knocks down a big one. Teal with 10 points. And again, full court pressure. Wongren to Humphreys. Humphreys into the offensive zone.
Yeah, the guard's got to come and get the ball. Humphreys doing a great job in the middle. There's protecting that against that press, but they got to come and get the ball.
Diggs by 1. Conan underneath, nice to Humphreys, goes with the left hand, gets it.
Teal again. I don't know why she's guarding Humphreys. They got to switch that up.
Pass out on the right side to Dyer. 3 from Teal from a long way away, and that's going to be Orediggers basketball.
Yeah, she's trying to send a message to Tech, but she's a little deep on that 3.
Teal will get a breather, and we're going to get a timeout. 42-39, the Diggs up over the Trojans. Third quarter action here as Montana Tech doing battle with Dakota State with the timeout. We'll take one. We're back here in just a minute. Hey, welcome back here once again, and remember the auction is coming up April 18th. Tickets will go on sale shortly. The Digger auction will take place in this gym. JT, Tony, and I, and 800 of our closest friends will be in here.
We don't have 800 close friends. We don't have 2. But it's nice of you to tell everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to inflate our egos a little bit.
We're not friendly.
No one likes us.
No, I don't blame them.
No, I don't either. Have you been around us? 3-point advantage here for Montana Tech. Tech shooting 55% here in the third. On the other side, Dakota State shooting 30% in this third quarter. Dakota State 2 turnovers in the third. Montana Tech none. Humphreys now there is their first, as that one is taken away by Dyer.
One of the reasons the guard goes and gets the ball.
Dyer to the wing. Wasman from downtown gets it.
Boy, she locked and loaded. That's a great shot, quick release.
13 points for Wasman. She is 3 of 6 from downtown. And they're going to send him to the benches. 30-second timeout. 3:40 left to play here in the third. This Dakota State team can shoot the long ball, and we brought it up earlier. It's not a team that has one 3-point shooter or maybe even 2. It's the entire roster from top to bottom. And when they get going, they're a team that as a whole seems to just feed on that energy, and that rim gets bigger and bigger for all of them.
Well, they're fearless about taking the 3. I don't care which one of them take it. They're fearless, but they have 3 girls I think are exceptional shooters. I really like their team. They're very well coached, and their players, I love the quickness they got at the point guard. Point guard's the key to any basketball team in my estimation. Next is a great post player, although in this era I don't know if many coaches would agree with that philosophy, but you find the teams that come down the stretch that end up first, second in those positions, they've got great post play.
3:40 left to play here in the third. We're tied up 42 all.
This is how this game's supposed to be played, just like it's being played today.
This is as good as it gets. Montana Tech. Van Blaricom into the offensive side, trap coming. Able to get it into Hauber. Hauber wants the baseline. Hauber jumper from 8. That one rolls in. Hauber with 11 points. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Remain Dakota State basketball.
Yeah, there's a time where they should have just brought the ball down and set up their offense. Everybody's moving the ball fast, taking quick shots.
Wasman around a screen. The guard takes it to the rack, no good. Chappell with a big rebound. Avery Carlson reaches in to try and snap it away. Possession arrow to the Trojans.
These girls are sending a message to each other, and it's clear.
And I think a pretty good message to the rest of the conference, too. Chapel, that tournament is going to be so good. Again, it's at the Butte Civic Center, tremendous venue. Chapel spins to her right, skyhook no good. Big rebound, Watkins. She'll clear it out to the edge.
That is good hustle by Watkins. That's a tough rebound.
Spinning, scoop to the basket. It won't fall, and on the rebound, Chapel's going to be called with a push.
Over the top.
The intensity of this game is just off the charts, and it has never wavered.
Not a lick.
Good coaching, tremendous athletes. Hauber across to Humphreys. Humphreys.
Give the ball to the guard.
Down the floor to Hauber. Now baseline, Van Blaricom's going to fire, and she gets it. Rachel Van Blaricom, her first field goal, only her second shot. Tech up by 4, their biggest lead of the night. Wasman puts on the brakes. Spins out to the right side. Wasman. Chapel. Leaning in, back out to Wasman. Wasman spins to her right hand, stops, bounce pass goes out on the edge. Watkins, good defensive stand here for Montana Tech. Hauber is there defensively, and she'll pick up the personal as Caitlin Dyer made the move, and hand on her.
Got her hips turned, nice spin move.
2:11 left to play here in the third, and Dyer will go to the line. So Dyer at the stripe. Dyer comes into the ball game averaging 12 points a contest. She's a 75. Oh, I thought they were shooting. My bad.
No, you're good.
Back in is Teal. Great cut by Watkins. Easy basket.
Teal's a great player. And Tech is focused on her. They know how good she is.
46-44. Rachel Van Blaricom through the trap. Ball is wrestled away. Turnover will go to the Trojans. And now we'll get a foul on the other side.
Yeah, I'm big on the guard handling the ball. Big on it. You see the trouble they're getting in once they cross midcourt. The guard's got to get there and get the ball.
1:48 left to play here in this third quarter. Phenomenal action here from Valley Bank Arena. See here, Dakota State shooting 33% this quarter. Teal backing it up. Shot blocked, Conan. Conan blocks another one. She has 10 blocked shots in 2 games so far.
That's the ideal person to guard Teal.
Agreed. Sorry, I didn't mean to go walking all over you.
You didn't walk on me.
Trojans lob it into Teal. Wasman is behind her. Teal steps through. Shot is up. Whistle and a foul. Nielsen and Conan both there. And it looks like that one's going to go on Conan.
Yeah, I didn't. Of course, it's easy to say from up here. I didn't think Nielsen needed to come and help. Conan's already had her where she wanted her, had her hands up.
Tabor Teal, 64% from the foul line.
Teal's on my all-conference team, hands down.
She'll get the ball for her second look here. Try and tie us up at 46, and she does so. Dakota State right now is 3 of 4 from the foul line.
Yeah, they haven't got there often, have they?
I mean, neither team really has. Tech is 4 of 5. Dakota State 3 of 4. Avery Carlson in the backcourt.
We got a clear
2 players
out
coming. Carlson approaching midcourt. Steps back, fires it down the floor. And a 10-second call.
Back officials on top of that.
So a 10-second call will go to the Trojans.
That was created because the other guard didn't get out of the way and just let her go one-on-one down the court. You got to get out of the way and see what they're in. If they're in a zone, it's easy to read. If they're in man-to-man, get out. Let the guard take care of business.
1:21 left to play here in this third quarter. Trojans number 1 in the Frontier Conference. Montana Tech number 2 in the Frontier Conference. Trojans won handily at home. And it's a street fight here in the Mining City. Teal backs it out to Wasman. I don't feel like Wasman has taken a second off in this game yet. Wasman, good pass to Teal. Teal steps through, left hand, no good.
Good defense by Hadley Humphreys, got both hands up.
Longren spins. She'll bring it into the offensive zone. Great defensive pressure. Neibauer steps in. Pass is tipped. Had some zip on that one. That one goes off the fingertips, turn over the other way. Down the left side of the paint. Comes all the way up to Teal.
Teal likes to back you down. She's good at it.
Teal steps through. They wave the shot.
Foul before.
Yep. So the foul is going to go on Humphreys.
Teal's really good at backing people down, getting to the hoop.
She gets real low.
She's good at the three-point line. She's good at the free throw line. She's good on defense. She's just a good player. Great player.
Nielsen, Haber, and Van Blaricom all check in. Humphreys, Conan will grab a breather. 46 all. And Teal's first rims out no good. 39 seconds left to play here in the third. And Teal's second is good.
Yeah, I'd take her out this last 39 seconds with 3 fouls. I'd get her off the floor, but that's why I don't coach.
Tech brings it into Van Blaricom. Van Blaricom down the floor, lobs it to Nielsen. Nielsen puts on the brakes. Nielsen holding. Ball's checked away. Wasman came in aggressively, and she'll pick up the personal.
Not a bad foul, but still got 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Wasman, that's only her first personal foul. Trojans by 1, 47-46. They'll spread them out. Van Blaricom will get the inbound. Pressure. Van Blaricom puts on the brakes, rolls it into Nielsen. Nielsen out to the wing. Longren with the right hand. Double team comes up top. Van Blaricom. Nice pass inside. Haber, sky hook, converts.
There it is. Take ownership of that block.
Haber sits with 13. Attacking. Wasman gets it in the foul. Boy, that's a great take by Wasman.
Awesome. Wasman's a really good guard. Really good. But Tech fell asleep on defense here. They completely gave her the lane, and she took advantage of it. High IQ player.
3.3 seconds left to play in the third. Wasman at the line. Wasman's first free throw attempt is money. She has 16 points. She is the leading scorer for Dakota State. On the other side, Hadley Humphreys has 18. She's the leader on the floor. They'll stack it up. Haber brings it into Nielsen. Nielsen, 1 second, and not going to get a shot off. So the full court pays off. They don't allow a shot. We have 10 minutes left in regulation. Trojans by 2, 50-48. We're back here to Valley Bank Arena, ladies and gentlemen, in just a minute. (50-48), Trojans up over the Orediggers as we get started here in the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision on this Valentine's Day, JT.
This is as good a basketball game as we've seen this year. These two teams are excellent. They're well matched up. I just love this game.
10 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to roll here in the fourth. So the digs. Nybauer, Van Blaricom, Nielsen, Haber, and Wongren on the floor.
Going to stack it up. Easy to get the ball in.
Well, they started the clock for some reason. Looking to get her back here. Bear with us for a moment. Okay. Get the shot clock to 30 as well. All right, we're here.
There we go.
We're good.
Let's get our mechanics down over there.
Beep, 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 beep. Montana Tech will spread it out. Looking for somewhere to go. Lob pass comes out to Nielsen. Nielsen into the high post to Haber. Haber underneath to Nybauer, and she is accosted.
Good job by Haber to spot her, and a great back cut by Nybauer.
Mackenzie Simmons will pick up the personal.
First run might dictate this game. One of these teams has to make a run to blow this open.
Montana Tech. Pass comes out on the left side. Inside it goes to Haber. Haber out on the edge. Nielsen to Neibauer. Neibauer steps through the double team. Shot blocked. Chappell gets a piece of it.
Chappell kept her hands up. Great post defense.
Trojans by 2. Simmons to Chappell. Chappell looking left, wants the cut. Instead, she'll go to Hansen. Good ball movement inside to Chappell. Ball stripped away, and Van Blericom, I think, is going to pick up the foul as she came across the baseline.
Yeah, 2 of them ran into her down there.
9:27 left to play here in the ball game. At the foul line is Angela Chappell. Chappell, 50% from the foul line on the year. Her first here is out, no good.
Both of these teams deserve to go to the national tournament. They're that good.
Second by Chappell is good. Trojans by 3. They led by as much as 11 early. They led the entire first half. Montana Tech didn't get their first lead until the third quarter. They jumped up by 1. The Digs have led by 4 points. We've had 9 lead changes so far. Hadley Humphreys double teamed, fouled. Guards diving on Humphreys as she comes into the offensive side. So the personal foul to Madeline Hansen, freshman out of Renner, South Dakota. Longren, Humphreys. Top of the horn, Humphreys. Down in the deep corner. Batavinik with a ball fake. Double teamed. Bounce pass into the high post. Haber's going to pop. Back of the iron, no good. Good hustle, Carlson. She'll clear it out to Batto. Batavinik off the glass. Counted in the foul. Brooke Batavinik.
She is so calm. I just love her style of play.
How about the hustle out of Avery Carlson?
Always.
She looked like you or I diving after the last piece of bacon at a buffet.
She wouldn't have won that one.
Batavinik at the line, money. Brooke Batavinik, a three-point play, tied at 51. Down the floor, far right side with it is Gunderson. Gunderson moves it here on the near side, Hansen. Hansen to the elbow, backs up. Switch dribble, Simmons. Wants to go to the right, does so. Comes up short. Big rebound, Avery Carlson.
Awesome defense.
Carlson looking to get her across, does so to Wongren. Trap coming. Wongren tries to pass through it. It's knocked out of bounds. Tech basketball.
Yeah, they're going to give the ball up before the trap gets there. Carlson was all alone on this side of the court. You got to see it coming, either split that trap, attack the basket, or kick it back across. You got the whole side of the floor open.
8:32 left to play.
Holding the ball too long.
Hadley Humphreys, leading scorer. Three-point shot, Batavinik, no good. Rebound, Teal. Here comes Dakota State the other way. Trojans quickly. Pass out to the edge. Hansen down the lane.
Good transition defense by Montana Tech.
Teal, mismatch, clears it out on the edge. Three-point shot on the way. Looks good, and it is, as Karstensen knocks it down. Karstensen, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Trojans by 3. Haber to Carlson. Carlson to Batavinik. Batto throws it cross court. Three-point shot is on the way and good for Hadley Humphreys.
I was waiting for her to get loose tonight on that three-point line. They've been pretty steady about guarding her out there.
Watkins, nice take through the paint. She was bottling the ball, comes out on the edge. Three-point shot on the way, no. Liv Wongren comes down with it. Tied up 54 all. Hadley Humphreys leading scorer with 21. Haber has 13 for the Digs. Nice pass to Haber, and she'll add some more. Montana Tech's confidence in the offensive zone is outstanding right now.
Yeah, they're playing well.
Pass out to the edge. That one's going to go long. Longren tips it. Loose. Nice job that time by the Trojans. Teal gets bodied up. Teal attacks with the left hand. No good.
Humphreys again. Good defense.
She'll outlet to Haber. Montana Tech continues to attack. That one comes up short.
Well, I'm getting tired watching them. I don't know if they're getting tired. I'll tell you what.
I'd call it a tennis match, but I'm not sure a tennis match has this kind of back and forth. Long range three by Teal. She gets it. Tabor Teal has 16, and honestly probably should have got the +1 on top of it.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
6:39 left to play here in the ball game. Trojans by 1. My goodness.
Getting his point guard and his other big break here for a minute. Get him a little rest. Get him back in here. Tech's advantage right now because of the substitutions.
We having a fan ejected for discussing his views with the official. Brooke Badavenik into the high post. Humphreys turns left hand. Hadley Humphreys has 23.
Once again, Teal had to back off because of the foul.
To the far right wing it goes. Teal looking to back it up. Nice cut. Wraparound pass on the edge. Going to the ground hard is Watkins. And the Digs will get hit with the push, and I believe Van Blaricom. Yep, so Van Blaricom picks up the personal. That is her second. 6:16 left to play. The inbound, Teal. Teal has 16 points, comes up top. 3-point ball on the way, no good. Conan tracks it down for the Digs. Smartly, she'll put it down, dribble into the offensive zone. Hadley Humphreys, top of the horn across to Conan. Conan down inside to Nielsen. Tech with a real big unit out there right now. Cross to Badavenik. Bado pulls up from 12, rims out. Nielsen back up. Olivia Nielsen just battles her way to that rebound. 60-57, Montana Tech by 3. Olivia Nielsen at the foul line. Avery Carlson will come in. Conan will go out. You couldn't ask for anything more out of any player that has been on the floor today.
Absolutely not. And every game, she just tough.
Oh, honestly, across the board, I'm talking about both teams tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
The effort level tonight has just been off the charts.
Absolutely.
And Nielsen gets her second.
There's your first mini run right there.
5-point lead for the Digs, their biggest lead of the night. Watkins to Teal. Teal looking to back it up. Help coming. Teal comes up top, head fake. Stepping back is Gunderson. To Teal again. Teal has a step. Scoop shot is up and in.
She had her as soon as she turned her hips.
Yep. Montana Tech. Avery Carlson in the backcourt. Lobs it down court. Van Blaricom moves it across. Badavenik. Great ball fake. Steps in. Jump shot. Brooke Badavenik.
And a foul.
And a foul underneath on the guard on Van Blaricom. I think the foul is going to go on Hines. Is that right? 20?
Number 20.
Yep.
Yeah, she pulled her to try to box her out.
That's team foul number 5 on the Trojans here in the fourth quarter, so Tech is shooting free throws from here on in. Van Blaricom shooting 2. Rachel Van Blaricom. Transfer from MSU Northern, came down for the nursing program. And has just been a great addition here for these Digs. First free throw attempt, out. Tech is 7 of 9 from the foul line. Van Blaricom 2 points thus far. That was her first free throw attempt. Tech has 2 more rebounds total. Otherwise, that's been back and forth, just like the score. Montana Tech by 4. Into the offensive side. Chappell looking on the interior. Pass goes down to the block. Van Blaricom going to be called with a foul as Karstensen makes her move.
Yeah, Karstensen has the advantage down there. Good positioning.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's not a good foul, to be honest. Otherwise, Karstensen had a hop on her and had an easy 2.
Yes.
Trojans.
If there's such a thing as a good foul, that was one of them.
Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision.
If players could just figure out what a good foul is, that would help.
Remember, the Frontier Conference Tournament is here in the Mining City at the Butte Civic Center at the end of the month. The first 3 days, every game will be here on Digger Vision, free of charge. We'll have them for you. Driving through the lane. Pass goes out on the edge. Karstensen attacking off balance. Good defense. Wongren. She'll outlet to Badavinik. 2-on-1. Badavinik to the glass. Gets it.
Good, smart play. I thought it was defended well, and she kept the ball.
6-point advantage for Montana Tech. They continue to get back and forth in transition well. Far right side, Hines. Hines spins, moves it to the wing. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Big rebound, Badavinik. Her 4th rebound of the day. Nielsen gets up slowly.
Yeah, Tech needs to slow down a little bit, run their stuff now.
Trap coming.
It's all about the clock now.
Badavinik, Nielsen, good ball fake, and that one hits the bottom of the backboard. Chappell might have got a piece of it.
Yeah, it looked like she got it from behind.
Gunderson, left wing, driving through the lane, loose double team. Pass goes out to Hines. Her shot is on the way and good.
Big time shot.
Hines knocks down the 3. Her first points of the night.
Yeah, she's been quiet and she's pretty good.
Dakota State will take a short timeout. Montana Tech leading 65-62. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. It looks like it is a full timeout, so with it, we'll take one as well. We're back here in just a moment. Back here once again as just a reminder, Frontier Conference Championship Tournament is here in the Mining City at the Butte Civic Center, February 27th and 8th, March 1st and 2nd. Single game elimination. The top 8 teams will meet here in the Mining City. And if it were today, those are your 8. So again, the first 3 days action, all of those will be seen here on Digger Vision. We'll have them for you. 4 games on Friday, 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. Again, we'll have them for you free of charge. Badavinik gets the inbound. Badavinik dribbles into the zone. Nice pass to Carlson. Carlson down the right side, swings it out on the edge. Bado. Carlson, she's going to pop. Carlson, 3-ball. Carlson knocks it down.
That's good guard play right there. That is good guard play.
6-point lead for Montana Tech. Trojans, Teal with it. Teal has 18 points. Ball comes loose. Teal, and trying to wrestle it away is Humphreys.
Good defense, good help. She's using too many dribbles, trying to back people down, got caught up.
3:27 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech by 6. Trojans looking to inbound. Down there with it is Wasmond. Wasmond gets it back, top of the horn. Like the way she plays. Pass goes out on the right side. Now Watkins back to Wasmond. Little shake and bake. AC on her defensively.
Great defense right now.
Dyer has a step. Scoop shot too hard. Badavinik with a rebound. 2-on-2. Badavinik's going to stop and fire. Brooke Badavinik.
Why not? Nice job.
Battle with 9. Watkins coast to coast. Badavinik with the block, and she is just grinning ear to ear. Badavinik had emotion there. Have you ever seen that before?
No, she's the calmest player
You've known her since she could. Since
a
she
little kid.
That's the first emotion I've ever seen. Wasmond. Near side to Dyer. Dyer through the lane. Drifts out on the edge. Hands it off. Karstensen. Karstensen wants the baseline. Good defensive pressure. Watkins gets it. Shot clock down to 5. Watkins. Double teamed. 3-point shot on the way. No good. Hauber steps in. Offensive. Watkins comes out with it. Peel again. No. Humphreys pulls it down. She'll get it across to
get out of the way and walk it down the floor. Now the clock is your friend. Oh,
Double team. Trap is there. Loose on the ground. And timeout. Dakota State. Heads up play by Coach. Coach Mo.
They got a break there.
2:14 remaining here in this ball game. Tech leads by 8, their biggest lead of the night. We have a full timeout, so we'll take one. Actually, no, they're standing up, so it's a short timeout. Talk about this next 2 minutes and 14 seconds, JT.
This is a patience deal and a hurry deal. Dakota State's got to get into their offense. They got to get some good, clean looks, no forced shots, no panic shots. Montana Tech has to run their offense, so they're running down the clock and still try to get a look in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock. So both coaches having to talk to their teams about that.
2:14 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech by 8.
Too many runs by Tech. That's been the difference in this game. Other than the early lead by Dakota State when they're up by 11.
Their transition defenses remain strong. Into the offensive side, Dakota State looking to set it up. Pass here on the near side. Dyer. Dyer wants to go with the right hand. She'll dribble out to the wing. She is incredibly quick. To Wasmond. Wasmond steps back. Shot clock down to 6. Wasmond attacks. Offensive. She got that lead arm up. Liv Wongren draws the charge. Montana Tech basketball. So Wasmond picks up her second. I could watch the guard play between these two forever. I mean, both teams, they're so good at guard offensively and especially defensively.
Well, I love post players, but you win with guards.
Liv Wongren in the backcourt.
She doesn't need to get in a hurry.
Gets into the zone, dribbles through the trap momentarily. Now it coming again. She'll step through, whistle and a foul as Dyer, I believe, going to pick up the personal.
Well, we got the right person in the free throw line, 84% shooter, I believe.
Let's see what we have going on here. So at the foul line, Liv Wongren.
I'm way ahead of you on this play.
I know you are. Look, 84% right there. Averaging 12 points a game. Liv Wongren, one of the 3 seniors here.
Yeah.
And I keep saying it, but I just don't think we will fully understand until she is gone just how much she has meant to this program.
I wouldn't question that one bit.
Basketball, offense, defense, just everyday game day stuff. Liv Wongren has been special. Nice take. Teal with a right hand rolls it in. Full court again. Wongren gets the inbound. Double team, gets it across to Humphreys. Humphreys rifles it down to Hauber. Cross to Badavinik. Bado is who they want it with the basketball. Avery Carlson now comes out to get it.
Let it get the ball to free throw shooters.
The lead is 8. Trojans not fouling yet. Shot clock down to 7.
That's taking too long.
Hadley Humphreys through the double team. Nice pass to Hauber. Too much on it. Badavinik goes up. Shot blocked with 1 on the shot clock.
Yeah, had nothing to do but throw it up.
So Montana Tech will call a short timeout. My goodness. An 8-point lead for the Digs. We have had 12 lead changes. Montana Tech did not have the lead in the entirety of the first half, as Dakota State scored the first basket, led at the half, and then Montana Tech came charging back at the end of the second quarter and grabbed their first lead in the third.
Yeah, and I think Dakota State ran out of gas there for a few minutes, and it cost them. This is a great basketball team. I enjoy this team.
So the Digs will inbound. Avery Carlson, 1 on the shot clock.
Nobody but your best free throw shooter should touch the ball.
Sends him in motion. Longren gets the inbound, gets the tip in the basket.
Well, it got it to the best free throw shooter.
How about that? The lob pass in. Liv Wongren goes up and gets it, puts it down. Tech by 10.
I'm going to have to get on her. I don't know why she didn't dunk.
55 seconds remaining in this ball game. What an inbound play.
They lob it into Wongren. Wongren puts it down. She's into double digits with 10 points. Montana Tech has 3 players in double digits. They're led by Hadley Humphrey with 23. I have to look at something here. I'm going to bring up Hadley's numbers. Her season high coming into this game was 19, so she now has a new season high at 23 points today. She's 11 of 19 from the floor. She's 1 of 1 from downtown, 7 rebounds. Behind her, Hopper has 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. You have Wongren with 10, Badavinik and Nielsen each with 9. The other side for Dakota State, Teal, of course, leads them. She has 20 points right now. And this is going to sound so silly, and somebody's going to just mock me for it, but it's a quiet 20 points.
It is a quiet 20 points, because they're focus. You always focus on the best scorer for the other team. You have to. And she has quietly kept this team in it. Really, I watch her play on the floor, and her desire to win is amazing to me. She's just one of those athletes that come along once in a lifetime that you know you can count on all the time.
55 seconds left to play here in the ball game.
What are they looking at down there,
right.
Coach?
Coach drawing it up here. 55 seconds left to play. Montana Tech by 10. Again, this is a battle at the top of the Frontier Conference. Dakota State on top at 17-2. Those 2 losses coming on the road against Rocky Mountain College and Carroll College. Tech is second. Carroll there as well. So Montana Tech will look to slow them down a little bit as they come into the offensive side. Wasman going to take it right to the rack. No good, but she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, not what you want. It's a foul there. Have the basket. When you are winning, you don't want that clock to stop.
Yep.
If it's a close game, that's a different deal, but we've got a 10-point separation here.
Maria Wasman will go to the line. Wasman, 71% from the free throw line on the year. And her first here is good.
She has been fantastic today.
I keep bringing it up. Both guard sets have just been awesome. You look at Wasman, and I think Dyer, especially for Dakota State, and then Carlson and Badavinik from Montana Tech. These are probably, in my opinion, the best 2 guard sets in the Frontier Conference. Longren gets behind everybody. Waits for a defender. Her shot won't go. And no clear out. 38 seconds. 3-point shot. Wasman, no good. Defensive rebound, Badavinik. Across to Wongren. Wongren fouled.
I don't know what kind of scouting report they got over there, but you don't foul Badavinik or Wongren. Either one of them, they're great free throw shooters.
That's the deal.
I always kept a list on the bench of the other team, what the percentages were during the season. So they kicked it out to our post player, and nobody fouled her. That's the one who you should force into the shooting situation.
Izzy Arvey will check in, and going to the bench is Hadley Humphreys. 23 points and a monster for Humphreys.
No, great game.
Couldn't have asked for anything more out of her here tonight, and Wongren at the line. Again, Wongren, perfect 3 of 3 from the foul line. She has 11 points tonight. She's an 84% free throw shooter. Great to see Izzy out there as well. Izzy Arvey, one of our 3 seniors that we will honor here between games. And Tech stretches the lead back out to 10, JT.
Yeah, they've controlled this fourth quarter, and they had 2 little mini runs that made the difference. And again, I think Dakota State, they play in Dillon, and then they got to take a flight out here in rooms. I thought they tired a little bit, but I'll tell you what, that is a great basketball team over there, well coached. Just a matter of who shot the ball best today, who rebounded the best.
It's interesting because even if a flight is involved, that's still a horribly long trip.
Yeah.
You look at this, it was certainly our hardest trip of the year. It's the longest. We go on the road over there. It's not like Dakota State and Bellevue are right next door to each other on top of it. So you have to figure out, where you're sleeping, what you're busing to, and those kind of things. And it was a tough road trip for us that direction, and it's certainly something that every team is going to have to get used to and figure out the right way to do it. But, you know, like you said earlier, we talked about the idea of winning at home, trying to split on the road. If you're able to split on the road in this Frontier Conference this year, you're an exceptional basketball team.
You can win it.
Trojans to inbound. Wasmond trying to get it in, does so, gets it back. Wasmond spins, throws it out in the far corner. Floater is up and in for Watkins. Sierra Watkins rolls it in, and Montana Tech will call a timeout. 25 seconds left to play here. The Digs lead by 8. While we're waiting here for a moment, let's get some scores, shall we? I'm going to pull up our Frontier standings. Scores as of right now, as we mentioned earlier, Bismarck State beat Valley. So Bismarck beat Valley 85-79. Bismarck puts themselves in a little bit better spot to get to the Frontier tournament. Other games in the Frontier as of right now, Western beat Bellevue by 20. That was a pretty close ball game at the half. Dickinson State beat Mayville by 20. Let's see here. Carroll beats Northern by 10, and Rocky beat Providence by 10. Okay, so we're the only women's game remaining here.
So a big win for Bismarck.
Yeah.
And the last 2 games are going to be real important. I don't know what their schedule's like, but they've got to come up with another win for sure. And I don't know the season ranking between Bismarck and Valley.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've beat them twice or if they've split or whatever.
An 8-point lead for Montana Tech. They call the timeout to take it out in their offensive zone. The officials will get set. Carlson looking to inbound. They put a big on the inbound pass. Comes into Wongren. Wongren is accosted.
Have I ever told you that smart coaches put their best free throw shooters to the line? She has lived there today.
That she has. I mean, that was a good pun. She lives there. Liv Wongren. That was good. That was very good.
Yeah, I thought of
Very
that.
good.
I thought of that as I was speaking.
Wongren's first here is up and out. Wongren, 4 of 5 from the foul line. Montana Tech is 12 of 15 from the free throw line tonight, 80%. Wongren gets the ball for attempt number 2. Wongren's second is no. Back the other way we go. An 8-point lead, attacking Wasman. Scoops it up, no good. Big rebound again, Badavinek. She holds on to it. She cupped that thing. Remember, like in middle school when they give you the bags of flour that you have to treat like a kid? She was holding that thing like.
Yes, she wasn't giving it up.
So Brooke Badavinek will go to the line.
I have thoroughly enjoyed both of these teams. Yeah. They are really good basketball teams, really well coached.
I'm really excited to watch them both play in the Civic Center. I mean, this is good basketball. I like the similarities and the differences at different positions. You know, they're so similar in the way that they attack. Batto gets them both. Brooke Badavinek, 11 points. Montana Tech has 4 players in double digits. Nielsen is right outside with 9. The lead is 10 with 15 seconds.
Well, both of these teams have the explosive types that anybody can lead them in scoring. You're always expecting Hadley Humphreys and for Tech and Teal for Dakota State, but the complementary people are very good too. And this situation, Tech's got some great scoring out of people tonight.
As of right now, Montana Tech shooting 48% for the game.
That's pretty good.
That's impressive. And actually in the second half, they're at about 59%. They shot 64% in the third. They're at 53% right now in the fourth.
That's the advantage of playing at home.
That's the truth.
Dakota State does the same thing at their place.
That's the deal. So Montana Tech looking to close out this season, not losing on their home court. Driving, shot is up, no good. Big rebound underneath. Humphreys had it stripped away. Shot back up and out. Tipped out. Avery Carlson has it, and this one's done. The Orediggers will take down Dakota State as the Digs over the Trojans 78-68, a 10-point win for Montana Tech. So Dakota State goes to 17-3, Montana Tech 16-4. And just a monster win. These two teams splitting, each winning at home. We'll see what happens possibly at a neutral site in a couple of weeks at the Frontier Conference tournament.
These last two games are going to be real important on their schedule. I don't know who's playing. I believe Tech goes to Northern and Rocky.
Great Falls.
Northern and Providence. And I don't know. I don't have the schedule in front of me who Dakota State plays. So, I mean, look, the fight for the title for this conference is not over yet.
Let me see if I can dig into it here. They go to Dickinson and Bismarck. Oh, no, they're at home, excuse me. So they have their final two are at home. Dickinson and Bismarck are the last two for Dakota State at home.
If they just hold home, which they should against those two teams,
yes,
they're going to win the conference. Congratulations. Great game today. Your team was excellent. A long road trip. Take the airplane, but you always go to Denver or Nowhere, America, and sit for 2 or 3 hours. So kudos to this team.
Oh, that's a big win. 10-point victory for Montana Tech, 78-68. The Digs get 4 ladies in double digits. Let's start with Dakota State. They shot 35% for the game, and I was with you. It felt like the end of the third quarter and the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, Montana Tech's energy level was on the high side. It felt like they actually had more in the gas tank left than Dakota State did at the end of those quarters, and it paid big dividends as transition especially. Individually, Tabor Teal, 20 points for Teal here tonight, 5 rebounds, a pair of assists as well. Wasmond at guard finishes with 18 points. She was 3 of 8 from downtown, 3 of 3 from the foul line. Watkins gets into double digits with 11. Gunderson gets 5 points. Looks like Karstensen finishes with 8 points on the night. Hines with 3, Simmons with 2, and Chappell 1 point as she went 0 of 7 from the floor. 6 rebounds for Chappell, though, on the evening. Again, Dakota State shot 35% from the floor. They get 40 rebounds, 3 less than Montana Tech, and 14 of those were offensive boards, 12 second chance points to finish there. They had 30 points in the paint, and it's kind of where it stands for Dakota State.
Dakota State is an excellent team. I love how they play. I don't know on a long road trip, and I don't mean to question their staff or anything. When you pick up the second night of a travel full court and play it the whole game, I think it's really a lot of wear and tear, but at the same time, they're kids, so go for it.
And it's your identity, it's who you are, and it's that idea of figuring things out. And it's going to take a little while. The growing pains are going to be hard for all these teams. You know, these road trips are tough. Montana Tech, led by Hadley Humphreys, a new season high, 23 points for her. She was 11 of 19 from the floor. She also had 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Huge night for Hadley Humphreys. She never took her foot off the gas pedal, and she was phenomenal. I mean, Hadley Humphreys was just fantastic tonight. Haley Hauber, 15 points. She was 6 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the foul line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Hauber. Longren gets a dozen tonight. Brooke Badavinik with 11, 7 rebounds for Badavinik tonight as well. From there, you have Olivia Nielsen, 9 points this evening. She was 3 of 5 from the floor, 4 rebounds for Olivia. Then from there, you have Carlson with 3, Van Blaricom with 3, and Conan with 2 points on the night. Conan also 2 blocks, 10 blocks in 2 games for Conan in a pair of home victories.
Yeah, she's really going to be a big-time player up here over the next 4 years, just a freshman.
We are going to have our senior presentation here, so as they come out, we'll talk about them, JT, before we go get ready for our men's game. But the women will be the first out here, as 3 seniors for this Montana Tech team. The first out is going to be Izzy Arving. Izzy, escorted by her parents, Katie and Jared, her brother Steele, a native of Blackfoot, Idaho. Izzy transferred to Montana Tech prior to her senior season, added key elements to the Orediggers' approach with her 3-point sharpshooting and, of course, her hustle. She averaged 2 points, 1 rebound a game. She'll graduate with a degree in interdisciplinary arts and sciences. Plans to finish her student teaching back home in Idaho before becoming an elementary teacher. Izzy would like to thank her teammates and coaches for accepting her into the Montana Tech women's family, as Izzy Arving, the first of 3 seniors out here for Montana Tech.
always hard to let seniors go. That's when I coach. All the years I coached was my toughest night because it almost makes you cry when you've seen what they've given you throughout their career.
Yeah, just it's something to be so proud of, but it's so darn hard on top of it.
Yeah, and then as a coach, you're looking at it like, how do I replace this player?
Yeah.
How do I replace this player? In high school, you don't have an option. College, you can recruit to the position.
So Izzy RV, our first of three seniors on the ladies' side, ladies and gentlemen. Next out for Montana Tech is Liv Longren, escorted by her parents, Mary and Randy, sister Lindsay and Hallie. Two-time honorable mention all-conference player. Longren has been the center of the resurgence of the Montana Tech women's basketball program. She averages 12 points, 7 rebounds heading into tonight's game, both career highs. She's a star in the classroom as well. Liv earned academic all-district honors from College Sports Communicators last year. An exercise and health science major from Plentywood. Liv plans to head to the University of Montana's Doctor of Occupational Therapy after she graduates this spring, as Liv Longren she'll do great things anywhere she goes. She is just one of those people.
She truly is, and I was lucky to be around her for about a year, and she's a character. She's funny. She's got a great personality.
Yeah, Liv Longren, we've talked about it all year long, but what she has meant to this program is just, there's so much of those incalculables. You know, you can look at her stats, you can look at her numbers as far as offense and defense and things like that, but the things she does in practice, the things she does to get her teammates going, the things that she does to be as consistent as she is day to day, those are the things that we're going to miss that you just can't stat anywhere.
Well, they use the term culture heavily, and she's a culture player, no question. Never complain, just go out and get her job done.
Liv Longren. And last but not least is Hadley Humphreys, ladies and gentlemen, number 44. She's escorted by her parents, Hillary and Sean. Hadley transferred to Montana Tech from Utah State University Eastern before her junior season and immediately became an impactful player for the Digs. She was a first-team All-Frontier Conference selection last season and is well on her way to more honors this year, averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. She reached the 1,000 collegiate point milestone earlier this year. She as well is an honor student. Hadley has entered CSC Academic All-District Honors, a nursing major from Blackfoot, Idaho. Hadley plans to graduate next fall, begin her career in healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, Hadley Humphreys.
Yeah, she's going to be missed. She's a gamer, that girl.
She is.
I've just enjoyed, I'm a post-play fanatic, and I have enjoyed watching her.
I like the move back and forth by her family trying to get everybody lined up. Hadley Humphreys has just been an incredible addition to this program. And the other thing I want to thank her for, and Olivia both for, is I had no idea there was a Utah State University Eastern until they both came here.
Even I knew that. So you should have called me. I screwed you in.
I should have. Hadley Humphreys has just been a staple here for the last 2 years for Montana Tech. So let's go to the men's side of things, shall we? So the men's has 2 that we shall honor here tonight. And playing their final home games here at Valley Bank Arena, our first is going to be Cam Lawrence, one of the Missoula Hellgate just monsters that joined this program. And for me, those Hellgate guys were the heartbeat, especially on that kind of toughness, the hustle, and just that raw energy. And that's what Cam Lawrence has brought to this program since day one.
They always will be, as long as the Hayes coaches are still there. Eric Hayes and his son, they played that way, their kids play that way, and this guy came out of that chute just like a newborn babe.
Yeah, Cam Lawrence has just had a tremendous career, escorted by his parents, Jennifer and Brad, his brother, Caven, and Kalijah as well. In his 6th year of the program, Cam represents persistence and grit that has made Montana Tech's program among the NAIA's national powers. After suffering a season-ending injury last year, Lawrence worked his tail off, and he returned to finish out his eligibility, averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists per game. A longtime contributor to the team, Lawrence was a Frontier Conference 6th Man of the Year in 23-24. He is an interdisciplinary arts and science major from Missoula. Cam Lawrence. He was also my model for the suit we sold at the auction a couple years ago as well.
He is a gritty player, and I've been watching this game forever. I'm 99 years old, and the reality is he had one of the worst injuries I've ever seen on a basketball player. And he could have easily walked away and went back and took care of himself and finished up strong.
Well, and especially again, this is year 6. He could have easily just went. You know what? I'm done. Hung it up but I'll tell you, the work he put in to get back on the floor and to work as well as he did, it cannot be overlooked.
Not a bit.
Hayden Decons is next. Hayden Decons, escorted by his parents Shayna and Chris. Verdi is one of the most decorated players in Montana Tech men's basketball history. Last season, he was a second-team All-American, the Frontier Conference Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. As a sophomore, he took home the Defensive Player of the Year and Honorable Mention All-Conference. An accounting major from Geraldine, Decons leads Montana Tech at 15 points, 8 rebounds a game. He became the 13th player in Montana Tech history to reach 1,000 points, doing so last season. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Decons, he's fast approaching 1,500 points for Montana Tech. Currently sits at number 8 on the scoring chart. The next one he has to take over would be one of the guys he had to guard as a freshman, Sindhu Diallo. But where do you even start with Hayden Decons?
I put him on my all-time All-Tech team. If you were to pick the top 5 players since this institution started basketball, he's in that group. Is he the best? I don't know. I don't know what the best is. Is Michael Jordan the best? Is LeBron James the best? We all got an opinion. This guy is definitely in the top 3 players in the history of this school.
And that says an awful lot. So the Diggs will take some pictures here. We'll get all our seniors together. And the other one that I want to bring up as well is Levi Torgerson. Levi Torgerson started in this program in basketball. He played up until this semester when he ran out of eligibility, and he is going to play football in the fall. But could not finish his basketball season, but was a long-time contributor. He has been helping these guys practice every single day. Levi has been a staple for this program as well, and he's that team guy as well. He and Hayden Decons have roomed together, I think, the whole time, and they are just as close as you're going to get.
Yeah, well, the guy was an All-American football player. And he had to take off the next semester of basketball to be eligible to play again in the fall. In case people out there don't know it, and he made the right decision. This guy can play football, but he also, I think it was a tremendous loss not to have him the last half of this basketball season. He was that good. An athlete is an athlete.
That's the deal. All right, so as they come off the floor, we're going to see if we can, we're going to try our well, maybe not. No, we're not going to. All right. So once again, the Montana Tech ladies get the win, JT, 78-68. The men are on the floor. They're getting warmed up. The men's game is coming up in just a few. Stay here. Thank you.